this, right? So if you have two vectors, let's say A and B, how will you add them? What will be the method for adding the vectors? Please, I would like you to get comfortable and start answering. Huh? Head to tail rule, very good. So there are two methods, right? So one method is the head to tail rule. Can you please explain what is the head to tail rule? Beta, अब आपने नहीं आंसर करना. You are answering all the questions. Let us talk to the new students today. Okay, I want to talk to the new students and give them a chance so that we can start interacting. ठीक है ना? आपको मतलब it's fine, it's very good कि आपको पता है, but let's also allow other students to participate. जी, head to tail क्या होता है? हाँ. If you have two vectors, let's say you have vector A like this, let us say, and you have vector B like this. So the first step will be you will geometrically draw them in such a way that the head of this will connect with the tail of this one. So this means you will arrange the vectors in such a way that, and you can do this for more than two vectors, 3, 4, 5, how many you have, but you have to be careful not to change their direction. Okay, so we define direction very carefully. Sometimes direction is given in terms of degrees, angle, and sometimes it's given in terms of north, south, east and west. So we are not going to change the direction, we are going to place the vectors according to the directions that are given in the statement, but we will arrange them in head to tail manner. And then after arranging them, then we will connect the tail of the first to the head of the last, and this will be the resultant vector. So this method is known as the head to tail rule. So this is addition of vectors. If it's subtraction of vectors, what do we do? Subtraction of vectors is the same, except that we will reverse the direction of the other vector that we have to subtract. So in this case, this was A plus B. So if this is A plus B, then A minus B will mean that we will reverse this. So this opposite but parallel vector will be known as minus B. And then we will add A to minus B, which means it will come in this direction. Okay. So that will be the subtraction according to head to tail rule. Now, after this, we can talk about the components of a vector. So if you have the handout, please go to page number 68. So on page number 68, we have this topic which is known as the page 68. This is components of a vector. So when we are talking about components of a vector, for example, if we have a vector A like this, okay, now we know that we can make as many components as we like, but generally we talk about the rectangular components, which are the components along the x direction and along the y direction. So if this is the x axis, this is the y axis, we drop a perpendicular on the x axis, and this is known as the x component of the vector A, right? And we draw a perpendicular to the y axis, and this is known as the y component of the vector A. Huh? Sorry, I am sorry, because मैं अपनी PDF फाइल देख रही थी. It's page 41. Okay. So this is page 41. It's page 68 of the total PDF file, लेकिन it's not actually the page number. The page number is page 41. Okay. So we can write a vector in terms of its components, and this is shown in the figure. And in this case, we will say that the vector A is equal to the sum of its components. Now if we suppose that the angle is theta, then AX is equal to A cos theta, right? And AY is equal to AY is equal to A sin theta. Is that clear? This is just a revision of what you've already done before, right? So this is a method that can also be used, and in this case we know that from the Pythagoras theorem, if we have a right angled triangle, right, like this, let me see how they drew the triangle. Then if this is, let us draw it in the same way like in this figure, and then we have, if we have this triangle, so this is theta and this is ax and this is ay and this is a, okay. Then a squared is equal to ax squared plus ay squared. Is that right? So this is known as the Pythagoras theorem, okay. So similarly we have tan theta is equal to ay over ax. So we can find theta is equal to tan inverse ay over ax. Please remember, since we are working with vectors, be careful about the symbols, okay. So whenever there is a vector quantity, draw an arrow on it, okay. Right. So you do remember these trigonometry ratios? The trigonometry ratios, these formulas are given in your book. Don't worry, even if you have forgotten them, you can revise them again. So because this is a revision of what you've already done, so that we can go forward. So these formulas are also defined in the chapter. Also, as I told you last time, in the beginning of the book also you have some formulas. So you have the formulas for sin theta, cos theta and tan theta. And you will also be using your calculator when you are solving problems. So you know how to use your calculator, you know how to use the scientific part, the sine and the inverse as well, the tan inverse for example, right? Okay. And you know that this is known as the hypotenuse, this is known as the perpendicular, this is known as the base, okay. Again there are different terminologies. In some books this is also known as the opposite side and this is known as the adjacent side, but the meaning remains the same, the formulas remain the same. Also we know the concept of unit vectors. Acha, can you please just take a photo of this so that I can erase the board? Okay, thank you. Okay.